That's not right. Where'd
What
you
not
go?
right? What do you do?
There we are. Apologies for that. It was just a black screen with just our little banner above it. That didn't go well. That's not how it was supposed to go. Anyway,
It's
welcome.
always like that.
Yeah, welcome. This is the Immaterial Gamers podcast. It's on a Wednesday. Don't expect that too much. Whoever you are, Dave. I'm just going to assume there's a Dave somewhere in the world. There's
No,
plenty of them.
I'm gonna go with there's a me, there's a you, maybe a Duncan, and maybe a Tara.
Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. Hi. It's Ryan with Stefan. You may notice that there's not an overlay. Didn't have the time. Is
You,
basically the
you, you didn't have time to go to another country this year.
no.
Well, today.
Didn't have time to go to another country, and that's mainly because I've actually got the current setup for what's going to get released tomorrow, and I'll explain that a little bit more later on. But we're just going to go straight into this. I'm not used to this whole hosting business of the podcast anymore, so it's just easy. What does need to be done though, I guess, at that point, is that I need to call an emergency meeting. Step, lock up. Look at your screen.
I'm looking at my screen.
For those who are listening to this in audio, what I have here is an Among Us bean.
No, just because you've done that, I'm posting this in the Discord.
What are you posting in the Discord? Is it the emergency meeting button? Doo. Anyway, I needed to do that. Someone's source. So let's have a look at this. Oh yes, that's a bit of news that we actually need to talk about. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But yeah, let's get into this with what's been played. And I've not played much because I've been in Blackpool all week.
That's a lie.
I've played a couple of things. A lot of them are arcade machines. Generally arcade slot machines. A couple of skill games. Not much else, to be honest. But when I did get back for the weekend, I played Guts and Glory. It's been out for a few years, but I'll explain it anyway. Guts and Glory is a friendly competition where people can just do obstacle courses to win many prizes. The slight problem with that, those obstacles are buzzsaws, giant hooks, mines, things that can blow you up. But it's open to everyone. That's probably a problem with the game. It's open to everyone. One of the first characters that you can get to use is a man who's got his son in the child seat of his bicycle, and both of them can blow up.
Oh, I was wondering what game you're on about now, and I've just figured out.
Yeah. So I was enjoying that. I did a short stream on the Sunday. Short streams were nice. Just the game was there. I just didn't want to sort of start with a giant game, and especially didn't want to start with Resident Evil Village on a Sunday morning. It doesn't exactly evoke horror, you know. And as well, just bring it up on the podcast as well. I didn't get through with my Resident Evil Village playthrough due to being rough as shit on the Sunday morning. So I said instead that I'll just for the evening streams, I'm just going to do that instead. It's that simple. But Guts and Glory was pretty fun and explosive, and absolutely destructive. I mean, I liked the part where the mines blew up.
Ryan,
Hello.
I have a date for when you can do your Resident Evil.
You have a date for when I can do my Resident Evil?
Yeah.
What?
May
Thursday?
May 13th.
May 13th?
Yeah.
So you're saying I should just actually now just... Why was May 13th?
Black Friday. Well, it's Friday the 13th.
That's the first Friday the 13th.
Yep.
That's available. Right, so my option is either go through and do the full plays now, or take over the play session slot for Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Oof. Interesting. I'll decide over the next few minutes, I guess. Though this version of the podcast will actually be coming out on Friday, so either I'll have done a first episode of it, or I'll have already decided no, and just went for the May 13th idea that Steph suggested. So done that. Also, I guess running out of games that I've played this week. While I was in Blackpool, I'm a bad man. I downloaded the update for Teamfight Tactics on mobile and played Gadgets and Gizmos. Set 6. Steph, don't fall asleep, mate. Come on, you're here.
I'm not
Stay
trying
with
to
me.
fall asleep.
I mean, you can join in with me on this one. So, I mean, you've played a bit more of it than I have.
Cho'Gath's mean.
Colossi, I mean. You just follow Bunny Fufu videos anyway and just go and go net decking.
The better thing is, you say that. I have my guarantee build that I always go up as backup, which I'm
Right.
not going to tell you what it is because I think you've seen me play it. You've not seen me play it the way I play it recently,
Hmm.
so I keep tweaking it.
Okay.
But Warwick is the meanest bastard around.
Eh. Warwick's a thing. Just like a lot of things, he can be killed. Just as it is.
Depends on how you build it.
Team of Giant Slayers. Yeah. Just how
Giant
it
Slayers
works.
does not kill a Warwick. That kills a Cho'Gath.
I like it kills any sort of high health unit, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, we should probably explain what's different in this set compared to all the rest. I'm guessing the first thing to talk about would be augments, right?
Oh, hold on. I'll send you something.
What are you sending me? A cheat sheet?
Yeah, unless you've already got it.
No, I will happily take that. But
Got
yeah, I
all the
guess
information. You
while
start off.
that's
Well, I send
heading
you this.
towards me, so augments. So the idea behind this is it seems to play. What seems to be happening with TFT at the moment is the sort of mixing and matching stuff from sets gone by. And what I used to
Yes.
like about the Galaxy set was the fact it changed the rules of engagement of how you played each individual game. In terms of the actual rules of it, like whether you had double life or whether you could only get, whether you got a 3-star champion at the beginning of the game or not, that sort of idea. And Hextech Augments sort of builds on that a little bit.
And they're classed in 3 tiers.
Yeah, so tier 1, 2, and 3, very creative,
And you
but
can get them at random points. You could get you could get free tiers.
yeah.
Or you could get all 1 tiers, 2 tiers, or mixed.
hmm And generally, the idea of this is like sort of every, I wouldn't say every stage. I mean, I've only been playing Hyperroll because that's back. That seems to be here to stay. But so like every third, in finger quotes, of the game, you get
It
a new
roughly is.
augment.
It's the round just before the minion rounds.
Mm, yeah. But the idea behind it is that you can choose you get given a selection of 3 augments, and you choose which one you want, and then
Which
that
can give you an
grants a
additional
benefit.
of an original class. Healing on hits, healing upon killing. Units with no equipment on them can either ignore armor, or units without equipment has extra armor and magic resist.
hmm
Um,
And sort of
Units
various
equipped with
things.
items gain special buffs.
The
That's
one
basically
of them grants you the Tome of Traits, which is
yes,
a carryover from the second half of
yes.
Reckoning, where you just basically
Um,
sell the tome and it will just give you a choice of emblems to choose from, and you can
the
just
one
equip
I've
them on
had
it.
about twice is you gain a random component,
hmm
but at the beginning of at the end of every player combat, all your items on your bench change to a different item.
Interesting.
I like that one because if then you find items you want, you stick on it on your unit.
Mm.
And you can slowly build exactly what you want because it randomly changes. It's not like this will always change into this or this and that.
Yeah, I do like
Um,
the one of the tier 2 ones, Woodland Charm. Start of combat, your highest health champion creates a 1200 health copy of themselves. Hey, let's be honest, if you can get that on a
Do you know
Cho'Gath using the
that's been changed since it come out?
that's it.
Yeah, because it originally did a clone with items and all.
Ah. But there are various little tweaks to the game that's sort of individual for everyone. Like we said, hyper rolls back. Obviously, there's new origins and classes, including stuff like Scrap, which is almost a little bit of a change of the old, the forgotten trait in the first half of Reckoning. Sort of like bonuses based on. It was bonuses based on cursed items. With Scrap, it's bonuses based on components of items, and any items that are, or any components that are equipped to to a champion become a full item for that combat.
Again, as I've told Terry, it doesn't do all items unless you've got all
At the
six.
start of combat, components held by scrap champions turn into full items.
But only one at level 1. Only one items done. At level 2, 3 items, and then when you get
Uh,
to gold or whatever it wants to be classed as
yeah,
on that,
but still, in
it's
terms
all.
of easy game, that's just sort of, or early game, that's sort of how
See,
it
the
would
thing
sort of
I want to
work.
know with that, because I've not tried it, is once the components changed, can you then add another component on it so you have a character that just has 3 unfused items? Or would the items then fuse together at the end of
They
it?
would probably fuse, and then fuse based on the order that they were equipped, just to probably save that. I guess actually, while we're talking on that, one trait that we didn't mention was mutant. We were talking
Oh,
about
which
weird,
changes randomly.
randomly generated stuff to try and keep things going. Mutant, you don't know what the benefit is until you play that game. And everyone who plays Mutant has the same benefit.
Yes.
So you can't just like have
You've
two
got
different mutant setups with two different things.
Omnivamp, true damage, mana, well, reduced mana costs, I forgot what else. Oh, double attacks,
Hmm.
which also work on abilities. I think there's more, but they're the only ones I know off the top of my head. This and the cheat sheet does not give you the list of them.
No, it just has question, question, question for the game.
Randomly selected per game.
Yeah. The other interesting one is they brought Yordles back as an actual trait, not just Hellion.
Yeah, but then you've got the Yodel Lord.
Yordle Lord, which is Vigar. Um, Vigar is summoned from a Yordle portal every time Yordle is 3-star, and therefore benefits from the Yordle trait, which would be and Yordle's abilities cost 20% less to cast. Because it all works together at that point. Because if you're getting every Yordle to 3-star, that means you would have every Yordle in your team anyway, which would it all stacks. But yeah, they seem to have taken the draconic role for this set of this
They
sort of
really
idea of every
have.
combat you get a Yordle for free. It's not even after every win; it's just after every combat, every player combat.
Yeah, every player combat.
So you're
In
not getting a free
TFT,
Yordle
it's
for
you
facing a
get 2
minion.
Yodels.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how that works. One of the other things that they are adding, is still currently not out yet, is it? The
It's next week.
double up next week.
It's 17th. A week.
Yeah,
A week today.
yeah. So a week today as of streaming. Um, yeah, the idea of double up, which is a
2v2v
2v2v2v2.
2v2v2.
Yeah. So you end up in a team with one of your other players. It's basically two-headed giant TFT, to use a Magic the Gathering term. Shared health pool.
As I've
Basically,
told Terry, Terry knew a bit about it. I don't know
mm,
how much you know about it. Um,
uh,
at the end of combat, if let's say you and me are joined together and I build a team that's literally destroying people in instances,
mm,
like you have that one team where it's like all of a sudden you get in a game and your team just drop dead. my whole team will join your field to help you fight if you're still
Right.
alive.
Okay. It's an interesting one because that's the one that I didn't know because I knew about the whole shared life pool. If either of you lose combat, you both take damage. If your health drops below zero once, you get given one more shot, and if either of you get defeated, you're eliminated.
See, I don't know about that bit.
Yeah.
I've not
Well,
seen that bit used yet.
there we go. That's just sort of the bit that comes along. Um. Oh, hold on. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Discord. Thank you for telling us that we're live. We know. It's
Ryan,
a sh-
we're live.
it's a shocker,
We
right?
know. I
I
didn't know
know,
this.
right? So yeah, so we've that's me for what's been played. Is there anything in addition that you've
Um,
played, Steph?
the only other real thing I've been playing, I've been off and on Warframe, but it's literally to do little minor things.
Yeah.
I've been on Final Fantasy. I've been doing my which is now my Dark Mage, Black Mage,
Hmm.
um, setup, which is currently level 33, I think.
Right.
And I've just been leveling my gathering skills to be honest, because I thought I want a house in that game,
Yes.
and it costs, as I've been looking, 3 mil for a small house.
Oh,
So I thought, well, if I get my gathering skills up, I can just sit there one day while watching something on my other monitor, just click, 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 click this one item and sell it all. So far,
really?
just leveling my skills up, I've made almost 1,000
Hmm.
from selling stuff. And all I've been selling is the quest item that's asking you from the vendor. Whoever's been buying it's not collecting it themselves. They're just using that.
Typical.
Good profit out of it though.
And if you keep getting the profit, then that's the thing. That'll all work. Oh. Mm. Yeah, I've added just another bit of news to the thing that we'll explain. Um, which will sort of come up. So, well, we'll get there soon, pretty
I
soon.
think I think that should be the last one you read.
Yeah, yeah, I think I'll do that. Anything else?
Um, I did play Spar, but this is a few weeks ago, and I've not been on the
The podcast for a bit.
podcast for a bit. I've either ended up falling asleep early or working late, or
Hmm. Well, you might as well go back to it. I mean, I know what
so.
Spore is. And it's been out for a while.
Oh, it's been out for ages. The servers don't even exist anymore.
Oof. God, oh no, that's giving me Dark Spore flashbacks.
Uh,
Do you remember
but
Dark Spore?
no, I don't remember that as well.
It was like a spiritual successor to Spore. You
Okay.
explored space and you all solved it out, but then there was like a black hole incident or something that just
Oh
made
yeah,
everything evil, and it became Diablo with Spore characters.
yeah. I think I remember now.
I kind of enjoyed it. It was just
Oh, right now I've raised one race from being a minute little thing to being what it is now, which it has two eyes and kind of looks like a C. The
I
letter
see.
C.
Fair enough. You know, at least with the servers being down, by the way, at least your world doesn't get populated by penis monsters.
My letter C kind of looks like a penis monster.
Ah, that probably explain it
Because where I attached these legs, I kind of made it a bit of a chunkier thing.
then.
So it kind of looks
uh,
like I'm not gonna say it,
Fair enough. If you
but
don't want, yeah, probably
I
not
want it.
best. In terms of service, isn't it? Let's just go with that idea.
It looks like the two oranges with that banana.
So, have you tried to go aggressive or passive
To be
through the
honest,
stages so far?
I got to the point where you can kind of go a bit more aggressive or just make allies.
Mm,
And I've kind of anything I thought was easy to kill, I've became an ally with.
yeah.
Anything I thought was a bit difficult to kill, I'm gonna kill it myself and eat it.
So you've set yourself up a challenge.
Yeah, so far I've died like 4 times.
Ah, well, fair enough. Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
I think it's more the fact I need to kill some of the weaker races to become bigger and stronger, for I can take on the races that are slightly bigger than me.
Fair, fair enough. That explains that. So, yeah, I guess that's what's been played. So we will move on to news. And yeah, let's
News.
news time. So first of all, I see you. Oh no, there was two pieces of news about Final Fantasy XIV at the moment. Yes, we are still playing it. Yes, we're all looking forward to Endwalker still. Boo Ray, according to the Lodestone, he's probably ended up on other news services as well. But
I've
just
seen it
check
on
the
other stuff.
Lodestone. Yeah, there's a 2 week delay on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I'm just going to bring it up on the screen so I can just see it because it's a message from the director, from Naoki Yoshida. Basically, reason for the schedule change: my own selfishness. Basically, it all
I
comes
like
down
that.
to the facts is what he's saying is that Endwalker is going to be the biggest expansion that they say that they've done since the original game's release, and he's sort of not happy with the result of testing
He's
of
he's
the
not
final
happy
bits.
where it is at the beginning. Well,
Yeah,
at this point,
yeah. But a couple of weeks. It's not like a massive. It's not like
maybe Cyberpunk could have done this.
oh yeah, CD Projekt Red. Maybe you could have done this. Yeah, delayed the schedule. I mean, they delayed it many times though. That was the problem. They delayed it many times and brought it out still looking like what it did.
Could have been a lot worse though.
It could have. Could have been a lot better though.
Anything
So
could have been better.
yeah, yeah, fair enough.
I
So
love the fact though it's still Cyberpunk still gets updates for better life.
yeah, still patching into whatever they are now, and they brought out their roadmap, didn't they? So that's just how that works. So yeah. So instead of it being early access, for like the Friday before, what would early access be for the original date? The 23rd would have been the Friday before, so 19th of November. It's now the 3rd of December, with the official release on the 7th. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll all happen there. Still looking forward to it though, and it's better than that than doing the old classic World of Warcraft of here's a new expansion, we're not delaying it, here you go, oh you can't play it for 5 days. Terms of service, mate. We try. Get out of here. Get out of here. Speaking of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, you pulled this up from PC Gamer.
Yes. Which was
In,
posted an hour ago.
yeah,
So
so this is about as
fast.
fresh as it's going to get. Endwalker will reset your mid-level progress, so level up before it launches. Which is an interesting thing. This is actually in continuing with what happened with the delay. But there's some. Oh, it's basically stat squishing.
Mm.
Would mean sort of in the the end of when you come towards expansions being released and there's a bit of power creep and stuff like that. Generally, there's a bit of stat squishing that happens. Though apparently on this point, stat squishing and also it's just number squishing all the way, including XP. Therefore, if you're in the middle of a level, the game is just going to not try and attempt to squish the XP down into what it should be for that level. It's just going to reset the progress outright. So be warned, if you're not a full level when Endwalker comes out, get there. It's pretty simple. PSA that, right, Steph?
Yes.
If you're over halfway through a level, fucking finish the level. God, that's actually
As it says in this, do quick fates or do dungeons.
yeah. This reset applies to all classes and jobs, retainers, and your trust NPCs. Then, okay. So absolutely anything that has an experience bar needs to be sorted.
I didn't know retainers had an XP bar.
Yeah, because you can send your retainers to actually do. I need to go back onto Final Fantasy and get my retainers to do crafting quests or gathering quests because they can do it. Completely forgot about that. Oh well, lessons
Didn't
learned.
know that.
Yeah. So that's your Final Fantasy news for this week, and we'll move on to a couple of other bits of news. Among Us. There's some big updates that are going to be happening in Among Us, including roles.
4 new roles.
Yeah, scientist, engineer,
Engineer,
guardian angel,
Guardian Angel.
and shapeshifter for being an imposter. So this again has come from PC Gamer. In regards, this is part of the Cosmic Cube, or what is it? The Rolling Cosmic Cube update. So that's sort of happening in regards to. Oh no! Oh, okay, I love the shapeshifter. It's basically the spy from Team Fortress. Just
Yes.
just turn into another crewmate, and then just go ahead and oh no, I'm the actual crewmate. I'm the actual crewmate. I guess if this is still going to use better crew link though, we need the ability to um to impersonate other people.
You just don't say anything.
I
Or just
guess.
hope you're in close enough for the people can hear you in another room while you go kill someone.
Yeah, fair enough. And then
Or let's say you're in another room and you go, "Oh, hi, Dan. I take a bit of you to clone into you to become you. Kill
mhm,
Dan and just disappear."
yeah,
I just say it was you. You're the last one who spoke.
fair enough. And I'm usually the one who just end up taking the stab to the back for that to happen anyway. So that'll be all good. So this cosmic cube thing is basically well, cosmetics. Um, which the developers in a sloth are going to just work on making sure that it works multi-platform. So we're gonna going forward after this expansion or this update, we'll log into an account which we can then use across multi-platforms and XP and your little most likely bullshit currency. Sorry, cosmetic microtransactions are still microtransactions. Um, but yeah, the fact that they can go cross platform so you don't need to earn them all again and make even more money is something. So, you know, as an update to um what's it called? As an update to Among Us, it's pretty interesting. I'm still trying to see if that rumor was still true in regards to Riot and their absolute over the top promotion of anything involving Arcane. To see if that collaboration's still happening. They're just going to allow just have headpieces of LOL characters to put on top of your crew mates, your beans. If it's still true, that'd be funny. I mean, I say this going off the fact that for the first week of Arcane, Jinx is now in Fortnite and in Asia in PUBG Mobile. She's basically fucking everywhere. There was a massive advertising campaign for Arcane involving using the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Tallest building in the world. Giant advert for Arcane. There was the Hextech Expo. Shops placed in 6 cities in the world, and all of them slowly getting vandalized the day before opening as part of the massive advertising push. And well, it seems to be working.
By the looks of it, it's also coming to roadblocks.
Okay, Jesus, is there anywhere? I'd walk out the door and a bus will probably have Arcane on it.
No, never mind. This was something else.
Oh, okay,
This was longer ago.
fair enough.
Um,
But yeah, we've ended up in a situation where we now, well, according to this Forbes article, I guess I have to turn off my ad blocker for this. To create an account, just need to disable
I'm
my
not
ad
looking
blockers.
at it if I have to make an account. And go put it.
Right, here we are. Nope, nope, I forgot. I've got 2 ad blockers. So, yeah, according to IMDb and audience ratings through this, Arcane is now Netflix's best rated original series ever. Currently, I'm just going to check again because currently, last time I checked, it was 9.8 out of 10. But as far as an opening series goes, that's about as big as anyone's actually ever seen it. The article just continues and states that there is a 98% audience viewer score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 9.4 rating on IMDb. Oh no, it's slightly lower. But yeah, a lot of people in the world are having fun with this series. And a lot of the ratings, because they're going to be user ratings, there is the chance that, bot accounts could just be throwing it forward. But generally, when it comes to bot accounts, they don't usually do that. If you're going to sit there and get bots to give a review score for a TV series, generally you send the score down, not up. So, yeah. That's just how it comes. I mean, if we have a look at some other stuff like Black Mirror is an 8.8, House of Cards 8.7, BoJack Horseman, Stranger Things, all along that same sort of
I
rating.
like both Horseman and Bowman Horseman.
Well, as an animated comedy, or that's effectively what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
To get an 8.7 is pretty good, especially when you look at stuff like Family Guy and American Dad. The McFarlane series. They're not up there on that list. Even actually the Harmon series, Rick and Morty's not up there because everyone's got their sort of thing.
Much
So
better than that
but
one.
yeah, BoJack ends up in that sort of idea. But then when the highest thing there is the Michael Jordan documentary. Dear God, that's a completely different one. The Last Dance is a 9.1, and Arcane's there at 9.4. So that happens. And I guess the other one in comparison, um, The Witcher, 91% audience score, 8.2 IMDb score. So that's still high. Video game adaptations are now becoming watchable.
Well, Netflix is getting a live One Piece next year.
Yeah, that came out
I
today,
know that.
didn't it? That
Yes.
announcement.
Yeah. The actors that are in it who are playing Luffy, Sanji, um, Nami, and Usopp were the
Mm-hmm.
ones who did the announcement
Ah, well,
when they did
Netflix is getting very big on that. Isn't there's the live
Death Note.
action? Yeah, there's that. There's also the live action Cowboy Bebop
I've
with
not seen that one.
John Cho. It's coming out soon.
Ah,
It's not out at the moment. It's
but
definitely
some
heavily
of it,
announced.
it's like they really did wrong. Like Bleach wasn't
I
that good.
Yeah, not
Death Note
every anime
wasn't that good neither.
adaptation needs to be done. I mean, there's that thing that the development hell regarding Akira becoming a live action is probably actually for the benefit of the original anime, even though I've never watched it myself. So that's the thing. I did have one bit of news. There was one little bit of news that was left. We'll just get back to that at the end. I know it was the Arcane one was meant to be the last one, but that's what I get for not putting it in the news channel. Yeah, the reason that we're going to be looking at this, and I'm going to say this now, we're not going to help with the IMDb rating of Arcane. well, we're not official critics, so it doesn't really help. But yeah, me and Duncan have started our 4-week journey into reviewing Arcane. We started with Act 1, we recorded it yesterday. It was going to be about 4 hours long. Wasn't meant to be. We'll probably try and get it shorter. There was a little
I was
bit of
about to say, are you
divergence in
breaking
stuff.
this up a little bit?
No, so this is coming out as one big one.
Oh wow.
Just 4 weeks worth and just do it. For anyone else, I'll try and split it up into chapters just when uploading it. But hopefully the auto chapter system should work as well, because we did break down every episode. Duncan had opinions. I had opinions. I'm gonna say it may be controversial. So that'll be on YouTube on tomorrow. That'll be Thursday, the 11th of November, which is Remembrance Day. Remember, everyone. Remember. Yeah? Good. Poppies. Get them out before anyone says, yeah, do have one. Thank you. So we'll go with that. Last bit of news then. You did send me. Oh dear. Nice picture you sent me there, Steph.
But look what's in it.
I don't know what is it. Oh, it's the Timo arcade machine. Why has Timo got an arcade machine?
Told you Timo was in it.
Yeah.
He's all over the arcade.
Well, it's just madness. Well, yeah, little Easter eggs and all that. That's nice. But yeah, we've got some opinions, and let's just say there's disparity between mine and Duncan's opinions. I don't want to spoil it though. You'll have to watch to find out in regards to that. So, last bit of news for the week. It's in regards to esports and a little known European Spanish football team called Barcelona. As of today, they have announced they're joining the esports business and are making a League of Legends team that will be taking place in the highest point of Spanish pro play, the Superliga. They'll be doing it next year. And they've done, according to this NME article, they have done esports before. Generally the usual stuff: FIFA, eFootball, that sort of business, Rocket League, and according to this article, Hearthstone. FC Barcelona, Hearthstone team. It feels weird saying it. It feels weird reading it. But yeah, the fact that they're... Wait, how does this work out, though? The club has said it will only participate in non-violent games. I guess what they're trying to say is that they're not going to be joining a Call of Duty or Counter-Strike team anytime soon.
I assume so.
Yeah. Because I was maybe make cartoon violence, which is probably what League of Legends would be, classed as, is, absolutely fine enough. But according to, I love the little underheader for this enemy article. Is Lionel Messi left the team due to him being more of a Pokemon Unite fan. Well, yeah, imagine if PSG decided to get their esports going again rather than just lending their name to Talon. Just how they are. My concern with this though is that they're not the first football team to do an esports thing, and then they won't be the last. Especially in the case of the team being in the actual football team being in debt. We saw what happened at the end of the year with Schalke. They were a German Premier League team. They lost their money, or they got relegated, and decided at that point, in order to keep any sort of money, they sold the team immediately.
I think esports needs to do?
Mm-hmm.
For certain games, need a World Cup.
So in a sense of so instead of we've already got for League of Legends, we've already got the World Championships, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
there's
but the
MSI
World
as
Cup would
well.
be literally you play for your country.
Right. Okay. Right. Closer to a right. So right. Yeah. So fielding teams of League of Legends players where the five of the players are from that country.
Yeah.
I could see that. There used to be an esports tournament that was like that, the esports games or something along those lines. It was like an Olympics, but for yeah specific teams. And let's be honest, it'd be no different. We'd still get trolloped.
Might never
Korean and
know.
Chinese
Might be
players
something
are
else we
a
can do next to
step
cricket.
above. Well, yeah, that'd come along, but yeah, I'd enjoy that. And at that point as well, because it being a World Cup, no import rules.
Yep.
So no United States of America team where 4/5 of their players are from Europe. Yeah, not happy with that. There's a bunch of LEC stuff again. Is basically a lot of the top players in the LEC are being bought out for contract, high price contracts by American teams. And yeah, we the LEC doesn't have or has a stricter import rule than sort of everywhere else. Personally, I'm not happy with it, but what can I do? I'm a fan. Stop watching? That doesn't do anything. Voice my opinions? Could do that. But complain about it on a podcast that barely anyone sees. I think that's probably the best idea, right? Steph, opinions?
I'm lost.
You're lost. Alright, fair enough. Well,
More the fact that I stopped paying attention a little bit and started reading something else.
wow,
Um,
thanks. Have you got
I
anything
do
else
that with
before we
everyone.
look at wrapping this up then?
Hold on, let me have a quick
Oh,
look.
the news police are here.
If you're after especially if you're in America and you're after a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD, you can buy it now for $150.
Okay. 2 terabyte
That
SSD. That's
yeah,
big for an SSD.
true.
Uh,
For 150, that's not actually that bad neither.
yeah. Oh yeah, there's another little bit of news as well. Riot Forge, they do they publish
Oh,
the
you
special
mean
League
the
of Legends
the
games.
Rhythm Runner?
Well, there's that, but yeah, I should probably explain the timeline where that led to it. So we've been waiting for what was supposed to be the first game of the Riot Forge project for months now. Um, a year of radio silence by Airship Syndicate regarding the Ruin King, and the less than positive reactions to the Ruination event in League of Legends seem to have meant that Ruin King has been shunted way down the calendar. Apparently, it's still coming, and we'll get some more information. But the Riot Forge account has now been renamed from Ruin King to Hextech Mayhem, a surprise announcement that the guys behind BitTrip, choice. Oh God, help me.
Help you? Help you with what?
The name of the company, Choice Provisions. They used to be known as Gaijin Games, but now known as Choice Provisions. The guys behind BitTrip make it, yeah, like Steph said, a Ziggs themed rhythm runner, which looks fun.
Do you know the one thing I actually like about that is the trailer for it, where he's basically drawing over Heimerdinger and pretending Heimerdinger's talking.
Yeah, which is definitely confirmation of the updated lore of Ziggs, that he's no longer Heimerdinger's explosively charged assistant. He is a Zornite now, and considers Heimerdinger a rival who put him down and stopped him from blowing up everything. So he just comes back. He's come back to Piltover to explode things rhythmically while trying to be stopped by Heimerdinger. Yeah, Heimerdinger is the boss of this game. So yeah, that'll be fun. I think I'll put an announcement on there later. I think I'm going to stream it on Tuesday when it comes out, because why not? I've already done the
Crazy.
bad thing. I already done the bad thing and I pre-ordered it. It was only £8.09.
What'd you get it on?
Steam.
Don't know
Yeah,
if
there
I
was the
might get
option
it
that
on
we
the
could
Switch.
yeah, I could have got it on Switch. Technically, I could have not paid anything at all and just got it off Netflix. The mobile editions of Netflix
Oh,
now have the Netflix Games app, so you can
okay.
play games on that. Currently, at the moment, it is: do you want to play Stranger Things or Stranger Things, or maybe Pinball? Not really, none of them. Oh, how about Hex Tech Mayhem? Go on then. So yeah, I guess at that point, I guess it's time to wrap it up. Well, if we take about the 6-7 minutes though, we weren't. We've done all right. We all good. So yeah, catch you on the flip side. And if you're listening to this delay, on YouTube or whatever, you can give us a like, share, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, you can give us a follow or maybe a subscribe there and all. If you're hearing this on Amazon or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, give us a like and a rating and all that business. That would help. You can check us out on the social medias at Immaterial Gamer for Twitter, Facebook.com/Immaterial Gamers, or Instagram at Immaterial Gamers, and you can see us on there. Where I hijacked the Instagram account last week to just post pictures of Blackpool. So that's all there if you want. So all that's left to say is from me, Ryan, and from Stefan. Stefan, toodaloo, everyone. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. Or day when you're watching this. Bye. There's that outro button. Here it is.